So thanks for tuning in. Just a quick update that the full episodes of the Rant Cafe podcast can be found for free on Spotify, which is linked in the description below. But for now, let's just jump into the meat and potatoes of this highlight.
So VTubers blew up this year. If you guys want to talk about that.
Wow. So we've known about VTubers for a long time because we had like Kizuna Ai has been around for years, right? Like 2016 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's something that we've kind of been mentally prepared for in the anime community. But I feel like, the real world, the outside world probably wasn't ready or wasn't anticipating this VTuber explosion.
Honestly,
they canceled YouTube Rewind 2020 because they'd have to announce that VTubers are a thing, and they're too scared.
Probably.
That is the reason.
Or maybe a pandemic or something.
Ironically, COVID helped the VTuber boom.
I think it helped a lot of content creators, but it helped VTubers blow up for sure.
Speaking as a VTuber, it even helped me kind of get a chance to socialize with people more, funnily enough, despite the fact that my area is completely closed down from COVID.
And by the way, guys, Merriweather is also a VTuber.
Yes.
On Twitch.
I'm a dog.
I'm a dog.
A dog boy. A dog boy.
Yo, every VTuber needs some sort of persona thing.
Yeah, what's yours, Nox?
Hey, it's not
Nux
finished
is a
yet. What are you
persona.
talking about?
He is a persona.
He is a psychotic, clownish cartoon villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I mean, that's my personal...
My VTuber is going to be a Chade.
Elevator pitch. Like, if someone was like, yo, sell me this Nuxtaku VTuber, and I'm his agent, I'm like, yo, think about, like, Hisoka, but even more effed up. And
even more effed up than the pedophile murder clown. Thank you, anime.
And with a side of Homelander.
Sorry, that was
appreciation for milk.
That was my alarm clock.
I didn't even hear it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but so VTubers are a really interesting phenomenon because it really reminds me of the fact that all of us who create content on the internet, whether it's through podcasts or videos, we are all personas. Like, obviously, we don't share all our private life online, and we have a private life outside of the internet. So we're always playing some sort of persona. And even when you're just out in public in the real world, which no one does anymore, but, when before we did it, you're always playing a persona because you're not going to be like saying exactly what you think about people or what you mean and all that type of stuff. And to me, kind of VTubers are like the hyper version of that. They are a persona that is fictional, and yet a real person is behind them, right? So it's that interesting interplay.
Yeah. Do you guys want to hear a hot take?
Yes.
We've had VTubers on YouTube since 2013. The commentary community. They all tend to use these like almost anime-esque avatars, and they put on personas and they talk about things. It's just edited videos. It's just not live streaming.
Yeah, and now we have the technology where, not even live stream, like even for videos, like we have the technology where like there's facial recognition, so it'll, like when your mouth moves and eyes move when your eyes move, versus commentary, they would just move it around a bit when like they're talking.
Like Leafy is here had an anime avatar. Leafy is here first VTuber.
First VTuber right there.
I mean, that is true. Leafy definitely had a personality. A lot of these commentary channels really focus on the commentary and not on the personality, but Leafy had his whole, oh, I'm an edgelord who drinks bleach type thing.
He was also a lizard. He even had an animal.
Yeah.
Wow, he really was. That's crazy.
Yeah. Leafy first VTuber.
Scaly confirmed. Yeah, every VTuber has some type of like quirk to them, whether it's, for example, you got those dog ears.
Yes. I mean, I had a conversation with a friend of mine who wanted to know, where are all the male VTubers? Why is it so predominantly female? And I was thinking about it for a while, and then I came up with this idea that maybe we have had male VTubers for a long time. We just didn't consider them. Like Nox. Nox is a male VTuber, even if he claims to not be. He has a persona. He has an anime-esque avatar that he uses in his edited videos.
Yeah, I actually tweeted this like a little while back. I was like, Nuxtaku is a VTuber. Prove me wrong.
No, especially Nux. I feel like he really ups his persona to like that 10th degree. Like I think all of our personas to a certain extent are kind of who we are, but it's just exaggerated, right? So like Nux is a psycho, but he's just a bigger psycho on content when he makes content, and he's louder.
Yeah.
True.
True. And I'm just
Well,
less
I'm
of a
definitely
Chad in
fine.
my videos than I am in real life.
Nah, you tone down the Chadliness.
Exactly,
To
I-
break any recording.
Yeah, it's true
device.
because Briggs wants to be relatable, so if anything, he tones down
I
his
tone down the
childliness.
Chadliness. Except for the VTuber.
Rick-
When I make a VTuber, it'll be even more over the top.
No,
Are
but
you going to be
VTuber-
a VTuber, Bricks?
Yes, I'm having one made.
Ooh.
In this age of COVID, I think VTubing is, really interesting because you can virtually be everywhere with the VTuber avatar. So, when people are doing all these virtual cons and virtual, events, a VTuber can be there.
True.
If it weren't for all of the negatives of us having constant lockdowns, I wouldn't mind it just continuing because it's been nothing but positives for me.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of negatives for sure, but what can you do? Thankfully, we all have jobs on the online where we can keep doing them and not have to stay home and not be
In
able
the
to do our
words
jobs. But
of Joe Biden, 200,000 million Americans died from
No. No.
Did he actually say that? That's hilarious.
I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it's so funny.
Well, it's not a funny topic. It's just funny that he misspoke.
the thing is that so in terms of VTubers, after Kizuna Ai and stuff, the first Western one that I really feel like blew up was Project Melody. And that is because everyone was like, oh, this e-girl or virtual girl is taking away customers from all the other, girls on OnlyFans. And there was like this big controversy around it. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, it was on Chatterbait. I do believe that Melody was the big boom as far as independent VTubers in the West. But that said, between the simp memes, which were huge at the time, as well as that controversy that she got into, and it was just a bunch of things that came together and just really helped out, and things worked out.
Also, like, everyone who watches anime has waifus, and waifus has always been a big thing, and now there's, like, Twitch streamers, but they're waifus? Like, how can you not watch that shit?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, and by the way, Mary, just you were making a great point about male VTubers and stuff. I wanted to let you finish before I said waifus are way more popular than husbandos. Like, not
Absolutely.
in the same league.
Well, it's mainly because if you look at, like, the Twitch audience, let's say it's probably more men than women, and then most men have, like, I have a few husbandos, don't get me wrong. I like my boys, but I have way more waifus, so who am I going to watch? I'm going to watch
I think
the
first of
waifus.
all, women are just inherently going to be more popular than men when it comes to that kind of character, like the anime aesthetic. But I also think that it's. I was going to say something, and then I forgot what.
Just you wait. VTuber Briggs is gonna take the world by storm. I'm actually not gonna be. I'm not gonna be a VTuber, but I'm gonna have a reward where you could turn me 2D for the stream.
Pretty sick idea.
Yeah. I
How
like
come we don't hear anything from the original VTubers? There was Kizuna Ai, and there was Kaguya Luna. There were like a lot of these original kind of cast of VTubers from Japan. We hear barely anything from them these days. It's all Hololive and.
Well, I assume what happened is because they were like corporate creations. If something doesn't work out with the profit margins or the corporation or whatever, they just scrap the project.
Funny. Funny enough,
Kizuna Ai is still around.
Yeah, Kizuna Ai, because she's huge. Funny enough, some of the smaller ones from back in the day created new avatars and are now popular, but they used to be previous other ones.
Really?
Well,
Yes.
They got like recasted for Hololive.
Yeah, exactly. Like some of the people that work for Hololive used to be different VTubers or different avatars.
Yeah, see, man, to me, Iron Mouse is so much better than like Kizuna Ai.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with facts. Stan the Mouse, he's my favorite VTuber.
Kizuna Ai was very, very brand friendly, and it's kind of, I don't know. Definitely, the ones that came after had way more like interesting twists on it. Kizuna Ai is a little bland, if you should, but I think that's
At the
I
end
think it
of
was
the day,
meant
I
to
think
be.
VTubers, they many of them, being that they are personas, they're almost like characters, but real life.
Yeah, it's a mixture, right? It's a mixture of a real life person who has this persona, but obviously, even if you have a persona, a lot of your real personality is going to come out as part of that. So it is more real than, a production team creating Kizuna Ai or some character, which you always know that it's just a bunch of people behind it. It's not a real person.
It's really
very
funny though, because there's some
Black Mirror.
VTubers who break character, and then there's some VTubers who never break character, and it makes me question some things. Like low-key Melody does not break character.
Why?
Like-
No,
what do
she
you
really
mean?
doesn't.
She never breaks.
Like it makes me wonder, is that just her personality?
Yeah, I'm talking with her in private, and she's still an AI floating through cyberspace. There's no
like,
breaking of character.
like legit. Like it's fucking hilarious.
Maybe it just is an AI. Who knows?
honestly, bro, it might be. It might be.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in seeing the full episode of the Rant Cafe podcast, link is in the description to our Spotify, which is free, by the way. We very much appreciate all the support you guys give us. We also have a link in the description to our Patreon. Have yourselves the most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.